welcome to episode 1, you should say, I guess, of this new segment for Jeff's life that may actually spin off into its own new show coming to Jam Productions Incorporated. I haven't quite committed to that yet, but we'll see. It's going to be bi-weekly, Saturdays. So this is the first Saturday of the month, January 4th. And next one will be the 18th. And then the next one after that would be leading into February. Now, what is Saturday Night 5? Well, it's a show that I choose my top 5 whatever, pretty much. I have a category, and I choose a category, and I pick my top 5. Not necessarily in a specific order. I mean, the order doesn't really matter. Sometimes it will, but sometimes it really doesn't. This is all for fun. But I figured I had nothing going on this month that much, so a few filler segments wouldn't hurt. So anyway, as the debut episode, the category. Now, normally, I'll figure out how I'm going to do this. So I can spin a wheel with a bunch of categories on it. Or some weeks I might be set on what I want to talk about, which these first 2 that we're done in January, I'm pretty set on what I wanted. This episode in particular, we're going to talk about my top 5 favorite moments from 2024. Why not? I figured it's a new year, but let's look back on 2024, because it was a hell of a year. I can tell you that much. So yeah, let's get started with number 5. Number 5, getting to see my friend April's band, Auditory Armory, in concert. It was long overdue. Now, I have, besides her, I saw the Beach Boys this last year, and I saw Queensryche again this last year. But, I mean, I haven't been to one of my friend April's shows since she was with another band. And I'd never seen her solo show. So this was the first time I've seen her, her band perform live. It was very cool. It was back in April. And definitely worth giving a check. Definitely worth checking out. In fact, check out all those bands that were there that night that are featured in that vlog. It's definitely worth it because they were all pretty great, and I definitely need to make it a goal of 2025 to see more of her shows and local music in general, because I'm always a big supporter of local music. So I gotta actually try to back it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely a favorite moment of mine in 2024. Number 4, staying with the wife at Westgate for the first time for her birthday. Um, Found a good deal on Priceline for the hotel for this resort. Wanted to try something, locally. Um, and it was our first time ever staying here. Great resort, wonderful room. We had a suite. Um, it was really nice, and it was a nice birthday weekend. That's another villa that definitely needs is worth checking out. Unfortunately, that was the month I also had an issue, with the rear, but that's a whole nother, turned out to be, never mind. So, but aside from that, it didn't stop. It didn't ruin. Luckily, what happened earlier in that week did not ruin our plans for Jasmine's birthday, and she had a great birthday, and it was just a great weekend. And I would love to go again sometime. Maybe for her birthday this year. Who knows? Number 3. So January's vlog was so big, I had to split it in 2 parts. And for part 2, my brother and I finally was able to go on the bro trip part do redo. If you know what I'm saying. Because if you recall, in 2023 I was supposed to go with him, but I got COVID. So now that I actually got to go with him last January, it was fantastic weekend. A little chilly, but besides it being cold, still had a blast. Saw some great wrestling action. Visited some cool toy stores. Got some cool toys, collectibles, and just got to hang out with the bro for that weekend, and it was awesome, very awesome. And I'm hoping we get to have more in the future as well. So, Number two was also spent with the bro, and you guys know how I feel about this podcast and community. I always bring it up. But it was the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Live 18 weekend show. It was fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. You saw in the other half, in the part 1 of last January's vlog, I poured my heart out, man. I mean, this community, this podcast, fantastic. What a great community. I met so many friends as an adult within this community, and, got to meet them in real life and stuff. And now the only problem is a lot of them don't live in the same area as me. Some of them do, but, most of them don't, which is kind of a bummer. I wish I could see them more often. But just the time we had that night, man, it was something special. We closed the Tin Roof down. Legit. There was a few select of us major marks, and it was my brother and me and a few others, like I said. I don't want to recall names. I don't want to forget anyone. But, yeah, we closed it down. That's how much, fun was had. When everyone else left, we stayed and closed that bitch. No, it was a really fun day, a really great day, and it was like I said, it kind of sucks that they're not doing it this year, but it is what it is. Hopefully next year they'll be back, but who knows? I hope next year they'll be back because this month's gonna suck without there being no live show. But it was still my second favorite thing from 2024. So yeah. And number one. I mean, come on. Isn't it obvious? The wedding, of course. My brother got married this last July, and it was a wonderful wedding. Beautiful wedding, beautiful ceremony, fantastic reception. Just so much food. so much food. It was a great night. Definitely a great night. Unfortunately, this was also the month where I had to cut my hair, but I did it for the bro, and I'm not ever doing it again. so yeah, that's a one and done thing. I mean, I like that it's starting to grow back, decent now. But anyways, it was really a great wedding. I got to be, my brother's best man, and I got to actually finally watch the, like you saw in last month's vlog, I got to see the wedding video on Christmas Day, with the family and with Allison's family, my sister-in-law's. So we all got to see the wedding video finally, and it was just so great to look back on that day. And I look back on that footage monthly. Maybe it's just I'm so happy for them, and it was a great day. What can I say? And it was definitely my favorite thing of 2024 because I love my brother. Couldn't be more happy for him and Allison, and wish them all the best in the future. So. All right, so there you have it, the first edition of Saturday Night 5. That's kind of how it works. And full disclosure, no, the next one won't be from my bedroom. The wife's in the other room, and it's a mess in the workroom. So I didn't have any other place to do it but the bedroom. So, So, other than that, we'll see you when we see you. Yeah.